Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm very proud to show you something. Check this out. Replays. We played a little bit on stream today. You may hear my wife. She's playing a fishing game in the background. She's going, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm happy to report the Sizzling Bagels got it done. A team that looks exactly the same as every other team I've made, namely it has a toad, managed to do it, man. What was the secret? I don't know. We got a lot of pairs in the shop, and our pug actually helped us out. I guess maybe... there's a case to be made that perhaps I underrated pug this week. I'm just going to take one of you. I'm going to take one of you. That's how much I disrespect the pig. And I'll be like a pink baguette or whatever. You know, like a sausage. That's kind of like a pink baguette in so many ways, such as... Well, this was a big loss, but that's okay. I'm feeling a little bit more confident, and I'm feeling a little bit more... come on, give me a match. Thank you. I'm feeling a little bit better, just full stop about this weekly as a result of that 10-piece. I don't think that I got the keys. I mean, I played for like an hour and a half, and I got one 10-piece, and then almost all of the rest were yet again, like, you know... 5 to 7 wins, although I will admit there were some 3s and 4s in there because I was a little distracted, I think. But at least I know it can be done now. Woodpecker was a part of it for a bit, as was like Toad. I would buy the mosquito roll once, and I guess I would rather keep the moth going here. You know what was helpful for me last time though, or on that 10-piece run, I should say, was investing in a mosquito with a croissant. I don't even remember how I gave it HP, but I did in some way. I guess I just bought a lot of peaches and pears, but nickels and dimes, yours and mine, as in the immortal words of Third Eye Blind. I could not name the lead singer of Third Eye Blind. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? It's a very popular band in the 90s, but they have like no... or a very limited kind of like auteur culture to them. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. You know, like when you think about No Doubt. No Doubt, it's Gwen Stefani. I love this name, by the way. The Dread Parrot Roberts and the Bloated Stinkers. Even you think about a band like the Flaming Lips, you're like, it's Wayne Coyne and the other guys. No disrespect to Steven Drozd, okay? But like Third Eye Blind, for a band that popular, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm simply surprised that I don't know the lead singer's name, that I have apparently like not been exposed to the lead singer's maybe comments he made to Entertainment Tonight or something back in 1998. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. Can I tell you though, I'm feeling semi-good about our sniping team here. Even though we only have 2 wins, the wins are mighty convincing, aren't they? Giraffe. I like your nurse's uniform, guy. These are OR scrubs. Oh, are they? Classic. That's from the movie Rushmore, starring the inimitable Jason Schwartzman and the oft-imitated Bill Murray. Little scene with Luke Wilson there, if I remember correctly. This one's going to be a heavy loss. Actually, it's not that bad. We just simply don't have that much HP to spare, so it feels worse. I wouldn't say that I feel like it's falling off yet. Is this a time where we could pivot to scaling? If you'll allow me to be crazy, if you added a monkey to the squad, and we basically started to aim for a huge woodpecker, which I know it sounds like a quote from the end of an Austin Powers movie, but... I think with scaling as hard to come by as it's been this week, something about this, it speaks to me. The sniping, it speaks to me. The scaling, it appeals to me. Can I beat this squad? Can I beat this squad? I can break these cuffs. You can't break those cuffs. Okay, that hurts. Because I really feel like if we just have more runway, we've got a shot here. I'm going to give you one of those. I'm going to say forget about the falcon for now. I actually think that the toad is exactly what we need with our woodpecker here. I was hoping for a scaling food. Thank you. Please. I know it's round 8. A 15-16 woodpecker that's level 1 doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But I think it could be that big of a deal. And I could be wrong. Oh my god, the cursed order is leading this to a draw. That's so painful for me. That means I gotta fight for win 6 on like round 17 if I'm lucky enough to still be alive by then. I'm gonna do something I may regret. I'm gonna sell out this giraffe. You're selling out 2/2 per turn. Well, no, we're gonna get it back because we're gonna put this monkey here for now, and then if we get a level 2 monkey soon, we'll be stoked. We'll be living for it. I would love some garlic. I don't know. It seems like the woodpecker does do better with pineapple, but also I have an ethos that is essentially your biggest unit should be your lemon inheritor. And I think this week lemons and peppers and garlic, they tend to who controls the spice controls Arrakis, you know? Oh no. Well, I'm dead. The giraffe wasn't the problem there. I feel like if we had not lost so much early, that one's what might have been. Because that feels like it could have gone pretty deep, if I'm being straight up with you. But let's have a quick mosquito sandwich. Life goes on. Let's be an unknown Ice Cube, also known as O'Shea Jackson. I'm assuming that's Ice Cube's name because his son's name is O'Shea Jackson Jr. Not to be confused with Andrew Jackson Jihad. O'Shea, I'd like to solve the puzzle. What is O'Shea Andrew Jackson Jr. Jihad Junior? I'm sorry, I got lost in. One of them is a musical artist, one of them is a band. One of them always lies, and one of us always tells the truth. How do you feel about that? I don't have anything. Would love to know your thoughts on this. That's the necessary coda there. Okay, sorry, Bone Cone. Why don't you head yourself back to the beach? Careful you don't break your coccyx. We have defeated you. Not flawless so far, but no losses. Level me. I love it. It's still a great unit. And then it does make a toad better. And an early giraffe. You see an early giraffe, you take it. Yes, you do. Peacock's interesting. I'm not sure it's quite interesting enough. But I'm telling you, applying 2 weakness to enemies is so sick for us. Thanks to the mosquito and the toad working together. Like, this is actually, like, amazing stuff. It also makes the bee on our mosquito not useless. I feel like we could be, like, an early to mid-game superstar, and then who knows what happens following that, you know? So let's give you some more, just some scaling, really. I'm just not a tabby cat sort of guy most of the time, being honest. Just being honest. I'll be real with you. I would rather just buy 2... I'd rather buy 2 HP. I didn't see anything in the shop that tickled my fancy. 4 wasted rerolls. Like maybe we're just waiting for our next. We're waiting for our next shop to show up. Holy cow! Hold on. No, we were so close though. That's okay. If we would have drawn with a 5 stack. That hurts, but it's okay. Add me. Just give me a unit that carries some weight. You know what I mean? Just a unit that carries some weight. I will say, even though I recently croissanted you, I'm going to give you garlic just because I feel like I'm going to want to give you garlic at some point. And the earlier you get garlic on your best unit, I promise you, like, it sucks that we're losing some attack in the process, but it tends to pay for itself pretty quick. How are you so strong? How is your whole team? How is your whole team this strong? How did you? Oh, it's the pug, man. Of course it's the pug. You. It's always been me. Roll me. I'm just rolling. He's just rolling. He's in trouble. He's just rolling. He's just rolling. It's funny. I remember when I said we would be an early to mid-game superstar. Turns out the best laid plans of mice are, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Never mind, we won, and you know the line. We may never lose again. 3 wins. It's our best run of the video so far. I would still add a lynx, and I would throw a pineapple on top of it. I mean, listen, the other teams are like the incoming tide, and the shops are what we use to stem the tide, you know, to try to keep our head above water, make sure, like, our sandcastle doesn't get... the metaphors are getting a little mixed, but you kind of get the idea, I'm assuming. These shops, we're clinging for dear life, you know, just to get any statistical improvement is worth something. Thank you. I really appreciate that. You're too good to me. You really are. Most shops, you kind of like, I mean, and we should probably try a llama run at some point. It definitely seems like I lose to some llama teams. Probably having any form of guaranteed scaling at tier 4 is sensible. But I'm doing what I can with what I got, man. Oh, come on, come on, come on. I want you to hit them. I want you to, we're going to win this one. I'm trying to squeeze blood from a stone on every shop. He says as he rerolls, you know, 7 times. But if I wouldn't have to reroll 7 times if they would just give me what I want on one of the earlier rerolls. Still important. I know we're not really getting much out of the Beetle's actual, like, effect, but it is what it is, brother. I'm gonna, honestly, I know it seems crazy. I'm gonna add a pug very late, but if we could use the pug as kind of like extra experience for the Lynx. It's not working quite yet, but could get there in the future. We actually got a really huge win there with the turtle not giving its stats to the best unit because the best unit got sniped. So that a lot of luck involved in that one, but I'll take it. And then you take one of these. It does feel like if you don't take a monkey, you're kind of like just giving up on the run, but that's where we're at, okay? I wouldn't call it giving up. I would call it pursuing an alternative means of success. Not gonna kill the scorpion, huh? That's pretty terrible news. Pretty terrible news for those of you who thought we were gonna lose, because we got a draw. I would still toad it up. I am not that interested in that, honestly. Or a melon, really. Although a melon would really help out our toad, I suppose. Oh, I double tapped! It's an alternative means of... I'm pursuing a different path for success. I'm not taking a traditional linear path for success. I'm doing something altogether different. Okay, I wouldn't expect you to understand. Please tell me this wasn't lethal. I can't go down like that. We didn't even lose by that much. A level 2 Lynx would have helped us out a lot, man. Okay, now we're on lethal. Help me. Just let me... Pug or Lynx, please. Just a pug or a Lynx. Just a pug or a Lynx. I'm begging. I'm begging you, dude. Okay, this is a disappointing one. I'd love to get to 6, though. I'm not concerned. We're on 5 right now. 6, as we know, is a guarantee, so it should happen, like, any second now. Any second now. No, we're actually going to lose this one. We're definitely... Yeah, we're actually going to lose it. All right, I honestly think if we buy the Lynx that showed up there, I mean, it's just playing too fast. I think we would have been okay. I'm willing to try a fish. The stats do matter. Realistically, I'd rather have the stats. I don't care if we draw. Round 1, I'm not going to sweat it. Thanks for your help. I really appreciate it. Underwater investors. You looked at the S&P 500? You looked at any market lately? We don't need to go into it. It's okay. Round 1, I'm accepting the early losses. Round 1, round 2, okay? But round 3... Round 3, though, that's where I will accept no more losses. I would love to see, like, a peacock as our tier 2 in the shop. Man, oh, man. Well, first off, we actually won, too, because we were going up against the strangest squad of all time. But, man, it's loud. You know why? Because now we can get the extra stat point on the peacock to begin with, too. Could on the salamander. I'm ignoring the salamander because I can't fathom how to get the HP on it. I think you got to have, like, a shrimp alongside or something. And I actually am not minding the way this team looks. Pretty good stats. Toad is good. I know people on my stream today were trying to gaslight me. They said, you know, the common element in all of your losses is the toad. It's the common element in all of my runs. Plus, I don't know if I would necessarily... I don't want to be the guy saying that... you know, a 7 wins is a loss. It exists in a middle ground somewhere between, like, being exalted and being disappointed, you know? It's, That Sap is it's like kind of a European game like that. There's not like a linear win-lose necessarily. It's more of a, hey, we expected to be 14th in the table and actually became 11th. That's pretty good for us at West Bromwich Albion. So let's try this. I would like a Lynx to be on the team. I think we could sell a fish to make it happen. And then we now have a level 2 Peacock. We have a Lynx on the squad, and let's just continue buffing the Peacock, because it is effectively going to be level 2. And then if we get the naturally to level 2, hopefully we can get to a level 1.5 Lynx, and then we can move the Pug back, and then we get the effect out of a level 2 Lynx. Hey, I'm not hating it. I'm not hating it one bit. The Sacred Text. That's 4 wins. I think you could invest in a salad and it hit units that I would consider to be the right units. How about some of this? How about some of this? And I know we could have put it on the Toad too, but this is also very, very good. We do need pineapple for our Lynx, but like... Oh, no, the Lynx is going to go before the Pug. We should have it on the Toad for now. It's okay. I don't think we necessarily want to like build around that, but we can make it work. It'll just, or we could just get another Lynx at some point too. That's true. So we should have it like this for now. You should take that. Nobody really needs any of this. I would rather roll for future prospects. Hey, maybe getting a Pug over the Lynx. I would prefer that as our buff. Holy, never mind, because we're probably going to go for level 3 Peacock next. Yeah, that sounds right to me. Don't weaken me. Don't weaken me. I'm going to die to a freaking bee. No, I'm gonna beat the bellicose dragonfly. Holy. Oh, hold on. There's somebody outside the door. Just checking. It's just a delivery. No big deal. No sweat. Nobody's stealing our barbecue cover. Okay, how about one of these? One of these. Right here. We're on 5 wins, round 8. You got to roll again. I wish we didn't. Hey, that's what we're looking for. Good stuff. Okay, what am I? Effective rolls? What is this? Any other weekly? The greatest rolls of all time? Sorry, obviously the greatest rolls of all time is the Rolls-Royce Phantom. Am I right? Fellow English car enthusiasts? I don't know anything about automotives for that, or automobiles as they're called in the modern parlance of our times. Not really into the Piranha. Very into that. Very into this. Take a buff. I'm still not super sold on like getting a level 3 bird. I'm happy with the stats. I mean, at this point we've probably gotten like, I don't know, like 12 attack out of our bird. That's pretty nice. I'm not sweating this in the slightest. But maybe it's time for, if we find something better, the bird can go. But that's, dude, is that 7? Hold on. Okay, well, I think we could sell, for now I'm just going to do this. But there is a part of me that's like, we could take an alpaca, sell bird and pug, because all of our units are like actually leveled now. Or maybe you don't have to sell, well, you'd have to sell enough to, yeah, okay, it's confusing. Basically what I'm trying to get at is, doesn't matter where the pug is, I just don't want it. I want the toad to be at the back, all other things being equal. If we have 2 space, we could maybe get like a monkey leveled up to level 2 faster than we would normally consider plausible. That would be very nice for me. That would be extremely positive. This is a scary team, and we managed to make it. That feels fantastic. That's 8 wins. But for now, I also feel like as long as we're getting pairs in the shop, there's not really like a compelling reason to do what I just said we should do. Like, none of this is really that important. A toad would be nice. I guess you could... Friends summoned. You could use this to get to a level 3 toad slightly faster. But it's kind of like, it's a lot of setup. It's like, because remember, it's not, you're not just getting gold. I recognize, like, when you sell things in this game, it looks like you're just getting gold. But you're not just getting it. You also have to replace those units to have, like, a realistic chance of winning. At some point, at least. So, like, everything we sell, we've got to replace. But now I kind of see it. So I think it's a sell, buy, very nice, buy, probably buff, but let's say that's exactly what I was looking for. I did just find what I'm looking for. That's great, my favorite U2 song. And there are dozens of them. My whole squad is deceased. We're gonna lose this one. Two nasty teams going mano a mano there. We got a lot of HP though. There's no need to cry yet. We don't have space to summon anything else. So I don't really think there's a point in buying another alpaca. Getting to a level 2 monkey feels kind of sweet though. We could use our toad not dying. It wouldn't have impacted the last game, but we could still use it. Decent. Decent. You know what we really need? We need a lemon. Oh, dude, it's a win. It's a win. We need a lemon instead of garlic on the peacock is a big step. But this makes sense to me. I don't think that makes sense now that I look at it. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm like, I really, really don't think it makes sense. But there are 2 of them. So I'm like, well, we could, you know, listen, we could sell the monkey. You could buy, because the alpaca don't level each other up. Sell the monkey, buy a lynx, it would get 2 experience. Or would it get 3? And then pop it on top of this lynx and we'd be closer to getting a level 3 lynx. But what is more important, a level 3 lynx or a level 2 lynx and a level 2 monkey? And what is the alpaca doing for us? And oh no, I've gone cross-eyed. You know, you get the general idea. Maybe it won't matter. Maybe we'll just win this one. But, you know, it's not the easiest game in the world sometimes. I mean, we're looking okay, but I'm always scared of what a toad can or what a shark can accomplish in this game, and it is just going to be slightly out of reach. And then again, what is the alpaca doing for us in this context? Little. But I think you take your level first, because we're not going to have the gold to... Well, how much you give 2 experience? Okay, I'm going to sell the monkey. I'm going to put out a alpaca, which will then become a level 2, and then, okay, now I see it. But still, I'm not... 2 level 2 lynx is going to be pretty devastating, but if whatever it doesn't kill is pretty likely to come back and kill us. Hey, you all lived with 1 HP, huh? Is this some kind of like sick joke? Is this supposed to amuse me? You are so lucky. 3 of your units lived with 1 HP at various times. If any of them had died, that's a 10 piece. Do you know that? Do you recognize that? You piece of crap. You think this is a joke? I've been working my whole life for this. I don't think you gaining the melon 2 times matters that much. Because I mean, let's just look at this. Let's take the time to do the math. Our current level is 12. So the sum of all of our levels. So you're doing 12 damage to 2 enemies. You're doing 14 damage to 2 enemies. If we combined you would do 14 damage to 3 enemies. I prefer the double lynx over the reindeer just being added to the squad just to add it. I don't really think we compromise that, like to add a lynx. So I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't know what we're rolling for. But there is like a caveat in there. Even though I don't know what we're rolling for, and I don't think honey would be the end game choice if we knew what was coming, but I do think we got a realistic chance, actually. Although I do see a lot of equipment. I don't know. Actually, I think... Oh, that's painful. Oh, it's a level 2. We're toasted. Listen, we had fun. I think we could have gotten the 10 there. I don't know how to do it, but I had fun regardless. And 9 is like a 15-win game this week. They're so hard to come by. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. That helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And I'll see you next time. See ya!